Aloha. That's what we do here. Yeah, how about that? Today we're going to be doing feel good. Welcome. The feel good technique is a technique designed to help nurture positivity. If you know or seen the ultra grid before, it is in the nurture positive or the nurture quadrant, where we will actively try to create positive experiences within our emotional body. So it's a little different than our other techniques where like see, hear, feel is in the appreciate quadrant, where we're just noticing what's going on. With feel good, we'll actually be nurturing and creating positivity, and then establishing and strengthening our contact to that positivity. Anybody can do this. It's a really good one for developing a rich relationship with positivity and increasing our positivity within our daily experience. As you progress with the feel good technique, you will be strengthening the parts of your brain that light up when you have positive experiences. So you're going to be working the neural pathways and the feel good aspects of your mind, and with the idea of making it more accessible and a richer experience when you do notice that you are having these experiences out in daily life, and of course also within the practice. You can do these as micro hits, bookending challenging events. You can do them as a background practice in a challenging event, or actually as a background practice if you're in having a great experience and something is really going good and you're noticing a lot of positive activation within yourself. You can actually do a background practice and kind of really soak into that and appreciate that positive experience for all that it's worth. And so it can enrich the daily positive experiences as well. And of course, you can use it as a formal practice, which is anything over 10 minutes, and really nurture that positivity within your emotional body and your body-mind connection. How do we do it is, like I said, it's a little bit different technique to where we're actually going to be nurturing or trying to trigger or create some positivity. In this case, let's use the word striker. And the symbology is going to be a striker and a bell. And the striker is, I guess first I'll say this whole technique is within the inner side of see, hear, feel. Okay, so we're going to be working with the inner side of see, hear, and feel. And in this case, when I said we're going to nurture positivity, we're going to use what we'll call the striker, which will be a positive thought. It can be a hear in or a see in. You can use a physical smile. You can use maybe another technique. Maybe feel flow tends to have really positive emotions. So you could use a feel flow to support feel good. But the idea is we're gonna create some feel good emotions. So you'll have, some people just already have feel good present and they can find it right out of the gate. So the idea is we're going to have this striker, which is the way we're going to generate positivity in our emotional body. So like I said, thinking a thought, hearing a positive thought, seeing a positive image, or any way that you can generate positivity, even listening to like a favorite song, okay? Whatever you can do to generate some positivity. And even if it feels artificial, you can still work with it. You're still, you're still doing the workout. So don't worry about that. But whether it feels artificial or not, we're going to do something to strike the bell. And the bell, in this case, is our emotional body, where the positivity resonates. And when we have positive experiences, oftentimes, especially after start doing this technique, you'll notice that there is a positive body emotion connected to that experience. And what we're trying to do is dive into the positive body emotion, the positive body experience. That's the bell, okay? So the striker is whatever we can do to conjure positivity within the bell. So we'll use the striker, a happy thought, a smile, your favorite song. That's your striker. So we're going to use a striker, and then we're going to strike our bell of emotional positivity within wherever you feel positivity in your body. So we're going to use a striker, strike the bell of emotional positivity. And as soon as you strike the bell, and the bell starts ringing, right, resonating, vibrating, you just let go of the striker. Whatever you use to generate the positive emotion, the positivity, you just release that and take your attention, your concentration into the inner feel. So that's your emotional feel, where you feel positive emotion within your body. And then we're just going to try and tap into it, try and find it. Where is it? Track it, connect with it. Almost be interested in how it manifests, right? And the trick is to just be present with it, right? So we have a striker, a positive thought, and we strike the bell of positive body emotion. We let go of the thought, whatever the striker was, and we turn our attention into the body, looking for where that positive emotion resonates, where it vibrates or where it resides. And then we just concentrate on it. And as you concentrate on it, it may have certain qualities to it. And, maybe it's opening, maybe it's closing, maybe it's warm, maybe it's vibratory, maybe it's tingly, champagne, whatever it is, you just go with it, and you ride whatever it is, and you dive into it with your concentration, developing your sensory clarity as you are aware of those qualities, right? And then we allow it to naturally dissipate, having equanimity with the process. And generally those good feelings will just naturally dissipate. So once the bell stops ringing, it's dissipated. You use your striker again, and you strike the bell one more time. Ring the bell, and again, take your attention into your positive body and soak into it wherever it is. And then you repeat this cycle. And then you just keep repeating it. And like I said, striker, go to the emotional body, let it ring out for as long as it is. And then, you don't have to hold on to it artificially. Just be aware of its fading away, or however it dissipates for you. And then when you can no longer detect it, you strike the bell. And you just repeat that. And you can use the same thought, image, sound, the same striker, as long as it works for you. You can repeat that. Or if you want, you can have a whole Rolodex of different things that affect you positively that you can use. Remembering something good that happened yesterday, and then thinking about some other happy interaction you had, or a favorite pet, or a loved one, or whatever your striker is. You can constantly change it, or you can repeat it. The idea of the focus is not necessarily the striker. The striker just generates the positivity. The focus of this exercise is to make contact with the positive body emotion and really soak into it and have some concentration on it and some clarity of it as it processes. So I hope that was clear enough, and I'll be leading us now in a guided meditation. So hopefully, if any questions are present, I'll be answering them throughout the guided meditation. But if not, you can always reach out and I can follow up. So with that, let's try and do a feel good. So go ahead and get comfortable in whatever posture works best for you. It usually is good if you can stretch up, or at least try and keep a nice straight spine, whether you're seated or lying down or reclined or whatever position you are in. You want to keep basically a nice straight spine, so we can maybe just stretch up and settle in. Maybe as we get started, we'll just take a few deep breaths, relaxing on the exhales. Maybe just releasing our brow if it's tight, our cheeks or jawbone. Maybe your tongue stuck to the roof of your mouth. Relax your shoulders down. And maybe after a few deep breaths, we can go ahead and try and generate some positivity. For me, I can just listen to the birds chirping and the rooster crowing, and that tends to warm my heart a little bit. So I would listen to the birds for a second. And then notice that it's generated some warmth and joy. And I'll just train my attention down into the feel in and see what that's doing. What is that? What does that feel like? Where is it located? And just kind of soak into it. Now, whatever striker you use, maybe you've noticed that the feel good has slowly dissipated, or you can no longer detect it. That's fine, it's part of the process. Once we can no longer detect it, we just try and think of another striker, something else to generate some positive emotional body. You can think of an image or a phrase or a conversation, or project yourself into some wonderful vacation in Hawaii. Or whatever brings a positive experience. And then you can just let that go and train your attention, your awareness into the body, and try and see where that positivity resonated within you, resides. What are the qualities of it? And just be with it as it is, and aware of it as it is. As with any meditation, there can be many distractions, from sounds in our environment to mental distractions and thoughts that aren't associated with the practice. And that's fine, that's great. When you notice that you've been distracted, it's just an opportunity to strengthen your concentration ability by returning your focus back to the practice. Work with your striker, whatever it is. Generate some positivity. And then let the striker go. And go explore that emotional positivity by contacting it with your awareness. As your concentration and clarity skills get strengthened, you may notice deeper aspects of the positive body sensation. So it can be fun in a case like this. There's a humorous aspect to the dogs barking, and it's just an opportunity to practice equanimity, and then maybe that humor has triggered some positive body emotion. So you can just let go of the striker, in this case, the irony of the barking dogs in the middle of a meditation, and take your attention into your body and where and what has triggered and what has resulted within your emotional body as a result of that activation. It's a nice way to work with the challenges that we have, and that equanimity muscle that can always be strengthened. So we're getting ready to wrap up. And if your mind has wandered a little bit, I'd invite you to strike your bell one more time and see where it resonates within you. And maybe if you do make contact with that, maybe just try and open up and allow that to resonate through your body and out into the world. Maybe you can think of a particular person, loved one, or just the public in general, or a dog that needs some love. And even if you don't necessarily subscribe to that paradigm, it's just good practice to process that generation and exuding positivity. It's establishing those connections, those neural pathways, and strengthening your connection to positivity into the world. The bird agrees. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up right there. If you're ready, or whenever you're ready, at your own pace, your own comfortable pace. And we can transition out of the meditation. You can open your eyes, wiggle your nose. I still can't do that one without moving my face. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, whatever you got to do. Come back to me, and yeah, that was feel good. And that was 10 minutes. So it actually went by pretty quick for me. I hope it did the same for you. We had some interesting opportunities with all the distractions, but that is a great way to practice in real life, because oftentimes we won't be in a perfectly still environment, and there will be distractions and busyness and things going on. So I encourage you to work with that. That's part of our experience of life, and building up that equanimity muscle, and being able to hold concentration and clarity on a positive aspect of your body emotion with the potential aspects vying for your attention. Boy, that really builds that concentration muscle. So I hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to the next one. Take care.